It's late January in North Texas, and that means it's time to plant your onions. So let's get to it. Hi, I'm Tim with Shades of Green Nursery and Landscape in Frisco, Texas, and it's the time of the year that you want to start planting your onions. Here in Collin County, these will go in the ground late January, early February, and we sell them in bunches. That's 50 onions in a bunch. Sometimes these will be called slips, sometimes these will be called starts, sometimes they're referred to as transplants, but they're little bitty baby onions. In this case, red. Onions, when they're in a start like this, the easiest vegetable you could possibly ever plant. All you got to do, come over here, Mr. Cameraman, put your finger into the ground, up to that knuckle, put your onion in. That's all there is to it. Now on these, you'll see that there's an area where the color, whether it's a white, yellow onion or red onion, it's going to taper off into the green of the stem. You want your soil to come right up to about that level. That's why the first knuckle is always the key. You just poke your finger in the ground, follow it with the onion, and it's just that simple. Now, I am a big fan of square foot gardening because it makes it real easy to know how many to plant. These are red onions. They're going to get somewhere between the size of a little bit bigger than a golf ball, a little bit smaller than a baseball. I'm going to let these go to maturity, so I'm going to give them space to get big. That's about 6 inches apart. If you're doing a square, that'll be 4 onions in a square. When I get toward the end here, since I got 50 of them here, I'm going to plant them a lot closer. Now, if you want to let them get full size, you're going to leave them in the ground probably till the end of May, early June. Onions are real simple to know when to harvest because they're just going to fall over. And I'll post a link to another video below that'll give you some information of when and how to harvest and dry and store your onions. But for right now, all I want to do is get them in the ground and poke my finger in the ground, drop an onion. So eventually I'll plant all these squares out. The end of this bed is garlic. I got some flowers in the middle, so I know where one crop ends and the next one begins. This end of the bed is going to be onions. So all I'm going to do is go around, poke my finger into the ground, drop the onion in, push up the soil. We've had a lot of rain, so this soil is good and wet. And that's something you need to bear in mind with onions. They have small, shallow roots, and you want to make sure that they're watered often. A raised bed, a flower pot, a planter, something that lets the water drain is great for onions. They don't want to sit in water, but because they don't have long, deep root systems, they do need to be watered relatively regularly. Also, after I get them all in the ground, I'm going to feed them with bone meal. Bone meal is high in phosphorus, which is great for roots and bulbs, and this is a root or a bulb crop. So get them everything in the ground and then add a little phosphorus to the soil. Water them in if it's dry. If it's been really wet like it has been here, this soil is already saturated, so I'm not going to worry about adding any water to this for a couple of days. And that's all there is to it. So let's recap. Onions are absolutely one of the easiest vegetables you can grow. You can even grow them in flower pots. In fact, that's a great idea because they have a really pretty flower on them. You do want to water them a little bit because they have short, shallow roots, as we mentioned. So if it's hot and dry and we haven't had rain in a while, you do want to check them and get some water on them. But don't soak them. If they're sitting in wet, super saturated soil for a long period of time, they will rot. When it comes to fertilizer, bone meal is what you want to use because it's high in phosphorus, and that's exactly what a bulb plant like an onion wants. Now, when it comes to what variety, well, that's up to you, personal taste, and how you're going to use them in your cooking. We here at Shades of Green sell 3 varieties that have been proven time and time again to do really great in our soil and our climate. And they are the sweet red onion. This is a globe-shaped onion with a sweet, mild flavor that's just the right accent for a burger or your favorite salad. They'll store for 1 month. You want to plant these 6 inches apart. They will grow 2 feet tall and expect about 100 days until harvest if you want them full size. Next is the white Granix, sometimes called Miss Society. This is a medium-large, white, semi-globe hybrid onion. Expect it to be a little bit larger than a baseball. Has a fantastic flavor when harvested green, so if you're looking for an onion for your salad, this is it. It has a mild, mellow onion flavor. You're going to plant these 8 inches apart. Expect them to grow 24 to 30 inches tall and take 120 to 160 days until harvest. Next is the Big Yellow. This is proof that everything is bigger in Texas. The Texas Super Sweet 1015Y. This was developed by the folks at Texas A&M. It's a giant yellow onion with a super sweet taste. It can grow as large as a softball and can weigh up to 1 pound each. They store really well, up to 2 to 3 months. And you can expect 150 days until harvest. So there you have it. That's what you need to know to grow onions. It's super simple, really easy, and who doesn't like onions? So give it a try. I'm Tim with Shades of Green Nursery and Landscape in Frisco, Texas. Thanks for watching the Shades of Green Show.